So not unrelated, I think, is the Mark Zuckerberg news about creating AI friends for lonely kids. And this is so disturbing to me. I know it's not supposed to be. I think, Meta thinks we're going to be thrilled about this, but they've debuted a new mobile app that transforms the Meta AI chatbot into a more social experience, including the ability to share AI-generated creations with friends and family. And this AI chatbot will use whatever the company knows about you or your kid, your 20-year-old son, in its interactions. They can also use your conversations, any media you upload, for training the models. And Mark Zuckerberg thinks it's going to be wonderful because it's going to provide your child his next friend. Take a listen to him touting it with an interview with podcaster Dwarkesh Patel.
One thing just from working on social media for a long time is there's the stat that I always think is crazy. The average American, I think it's fewer than 3 friends. 3 people that they'd consider friends. And the average person has demand for meaningfully more. I think it's like 15 friends or something, right? There's a lot of questions that people ask of stuff like, okay, is this going to replace kind of in-person connections or real-life connections? And my default is that the answer to that is probably no. I think I think that there are all these things that are better about kind of physical connections when you can have them, but the reality is that people just don't have the connection and they feel more alone a lot of the time than they would like. There are a handful of companies and stuff who are doing virtual therapist and, there's like virtual girlfriend type stuff, but it's very early.
Very early. What do we think? Is this something to be celebrated?
I mean, Chamath worked with Zuck, so I'll let him do that. But, I've never liked Zuck. And the reason people have 3 friends is because Zuckerberg created Facebook and Instagram and got everybody addicted to this stuff. So now he's saying you should have 15 friends. I use social media and champion kids using social media. I fought against any age gating or regulations against it, tooth and nail. Instagram and Facebook causing all of this, eating disorders in girls and, insecurity and all kinds of problems. And now he wants to take the 3 friends that are left out of 15 you should have and replace them with AI. This is the worst possible person to take any friendship, social advice from.